Hi, good morning, everybody. Hi, this is Andrew Lau. Hey, good to see you guys from various places. We actually have a lot of people from Los Angeles, from Vancouver, from different part of USA and Canada, plus people from Hong Kong and also Philippines. And I appreciate you guys on your busy time joining us. And today is a really good webinar because, as you know, next week is Chinese New Year. So a lot of people say, hey, I cannot eat any cakes, anything like that. It's really sad, being a pre-diabetic or diabetes, I cannot eat anything. Well, is that true? But not really, because of the fact that as long as you switch, many of the ingredients can be substitute the flour, the processed flour, then you can actually enjoy as much cake as not as a lot of cake, but at least enough that you can satisfy your edge to get your cake, and also can able to enjoy all the other goodies from Chinese New Year. So, and also day on after you want some dessert, absolutely can be done. I had actually myself also test whether if I eat like the almond bread, or today we teach you about making a strawberry cake, does it go up to the blood sugar? Because it's only 5-gram carbs, so it really doesn't, get your blood sugar become skyrocketing. And really actually is very, very good. The almond bread even more better because of the fact that the almond bread is 2-gram carb, which we have broadcasted previously. And then, matter of fact, one of our very dear friend, Fei Mao, loved the bread. The reason is that when she eat white bread, blood sugar, boom, goes way up, go to, 180, 200. But with the almond bread, because it's 2-gram carbs, she can able to enjoy her bread without super spike of blood sugar, still stay at about 120 area or 614 area. And so, and that is the same thing for me. And you can make sandwiches, you can make spread with, for example, tuna, and also with some cheese and tuna, and toast it. Oh, wow, that's delicious. So really, as a pre-diabetic and diabetic, you do not need to really suffer by saying, oh, I cannot eat any cakes. Today, we'll give you lots of tips and easy to make, and you can enjoy cake. And we have quite a bit of recipe we shared before, even with pudding and things like that. You can actually do it with very small amount of carbs, so you can able to and continue to enjoy. And you know what? My family are not diabetes, they will still love that low sugar dessert. So that is the really things that we do. Hi， 各位堂友，我係 Andrew Lau 啊，Lowsutea President， 你好。嗱，今日講座咧好特別嘅，點解咧？因為新年依家嚟緊啦，咁好多前期患病即係糖友啦，或者係已經係糖尿病友啦，咁就話喂，新年喎，甜嘢全部唔識得，真係好慘啦。咁係咪咁咧？其實就唔係嘅。因為咧，我哋咧其實咧已經喺好多節目前邊咧係播放咗咧，係可以能夠將啲唔係好甜嘅 recipe，即係唔係好多 high carb 嘅 recipe 啦，講呢個唔係好甜啊 ，high carb recipe， 令到你咧仍然係 enjoy 到好好食嘅 cake 啦，或者好好食嘅即係就算 cake 有埋 decoration frosting 咧，都可以有 low sugar、low carb 嘅。咁原來你可以做一樣嘢，同樣可以繼續 enjoy， 但係當然唔可以食太多啦嚇，因為食得太係冇 issue 嘅。其實我自己試好多次咧，食得太個 blood sugar 都唔高得。咁有陣時我哋有個 bread 啊，麵包叫 almond bread 係用杏仁粉做嘅。咁我有個好嘅堂友啦，咁佢咧就如果食白麵包咧，佢係增上去大概200度咁大高嘅，即係十幾啦嚇。咁如果10幾就唔正仔啦。咁但係因為2 gram carb 咧，個 almond bread 即係杏仁粉咧，佢個 sugar spike 咧都係喺120啊或者6.4裏邊嘅。咁佢係好開心啦！依家日日可以食 almond bread， 加 tuna 魚啊，加 cheese 啊，烘咗佢啊，做三文治啊，哇 ，that's wonderful。咁其實呢個咧係一個十分好嘅 recipe，almond bread recipe。咁其實我都播放啊，如果下次我再整多次俾你，又播放啦。咁今日咧，我哋講嘅題目咧係，喂，其實係咪唔可以食即係好多即係新型嘅餅咧？唔係，可以得，但係只係換咗幾種裏邊嘅東西咧，係能夠 lower 咗個carbs 咧，咁你就 OK 咗啦。Okay, so today our lectures are really good, and that will help a lot of people. Maybe help them to enjoy their actual cake, New Year cake, but without really hampering them on the carbs. So I'm gonna get this PowerPoint. Eugene, can you give me one or two? Can you see the PowerPoint? It'll be good if you can tell me. Facebook, I think you can, huh? Okay, good, excellent. All right, okay, good. So now I know we have a lot of people from various places, especially people from newcomer from different regions. So I'm going to spend 5 minutes just to update what is diabetes so everybody will understand. And so go from there. 各位朋友嗱，因為我有好多朋友咧係由不同地方嚟，有美國啦、加拿大啦、新加坡啦、馬來西亞、菲律賓啦。咁我依家咧係俾些少時間，大概5至10分鐘裏邊咧講及咩叫糖尿病。嗱，糖尿病係永遠唔好嘅，只係能夠有控制嘅，記住唔會好。但係點解糖尿病個人都咁驚咧？就係因為糖尿病咧係塞晒所有血管，由頭到尾都係塞，腦啦、心臟啦樣都塞。咁呢個塞咧係一段時間嚟塞，唔係即刻塞嘅。咁最緊要咧度血咧就一定有個 HbA1c。A1c 咧，如果你過咗6.4咧，你已經糖尿病啫；低過6.4咧，前期患病啫，5.7至6.4啊。咁變咗嚟講咧，你繼續係要你個目標咧係，如果你呢位糖尿病咧，你應該做個 remission 嘅目標，就去翻6.4以下。OK， 如果你前期患病啫，你應該繼續係6.4以下去到5.7以下。咁你咧係一個十分好，即係將你嘅糖尿病嘅血糖嘅症狀全部降低去一個係冇糖尿病嘅人，但係冇辦法，你一定繼續要控制食嘢啦，要喺個 diet 要唔好有 low high blood sugar 即係high carb 嘅 diet 啦，即係碳水化合物唔可以高啦，要所有白粉唔好食啦，或者食好少啦 ，juice 啊、soda 啊，即係飲汽水啊、甜嘅嘢唔飲得啦。咁你話要 exercise 啦，又要 weight control 啦，度血了解你自己喺邊度啦，呢啲嘢全部都要做啊！仲有一樣嘢，飲去糖茶真係 work 嘅，幫助你降低血糖、膽固醇同埋鹽之後咧，你就降低你嘅血壓，三高都降低嘅，所以一定要做呢樣嘢先能夠繼續去勸糖，就係呢個一世嘅病嚟嘅，可以講到為係唔會改變嘅，所以你一定全部要用即係用你嘅能力去控制。So I'm just going to spend 5 to 10 minutes just talk about what is diabetes and let everybody have catch up. I know a lot of people being here and listening before, but it's okay. Continue reminding so you can able to remember. Remember, diabetes is a disease. Pluck out every blood vessels, an entire body from brain, heart, kidney, lung, and all the way to extremity, all the way to the leg. That is the major problem of diabetes. The reason is because cholesterol and sugar get mixed up and form very thick blood, become forming plaque all over the body. So net result, you have to lower your blood sugar and cholesterol at the same time. Keep your A1C to below 6.4. A1C, hemoglobin A1C, and I've talked about that before. And that is the amount of sugar percentage attached to the hemoglobin. Now, importantly, really, I think we need to set a new goal. We want to have all our pre-diabetic patients and diabetic patients to go remission. Listen to that. And that means you can bring your blood sugar all the way down, even though you usually high 8 point something, now will be under 6.4. Wow, that is your new target. And that will be extremely important, extremely good for you to maintain very good health. Now, the reason is because if you don't do that, is a serious complication can be established later, and you have to pre-diabetic, diabetic, same thing. You're a pre-diabetic, you got to go from 6.4 all the way to 5.7. And people who have diabetes with 10 and up, A1C all the way down to 6.4 and lower, maybe 5 and 7. It's okay. I see it myself. Quite a few number of my patients try so hard and they actually achieve 5.7. And so in order to do that, you have to control your diet, your exercise, and your weight control. You have to measure your blood sugar and also listen to a webinar. And then you can actually have to eliminate many of the white powder food like flour, bread, rice, and then not to drink soda or the juice, very sweet thing. You have to cut it down because all those are high carb. And importantly, drink Lowsutea because that will actually help. Now, actually, how diabetes being created? Everybody go through this 4 stage. The first stage is your cholesterol got to start going up. When your cholesterol go up, it damages all the B cell. When the cholesterol go up, damage B cell, you know what? Wow, that would be terrible because when the B cell goes up, then it will form damaged B cell. They don't carry the sugar into the cells anymore. And then sugar goes up and the blood and the cholesterol become very thick. When it becomes thick, it forms plaques everywhere. And that is the most damaging thing, the plaques everywhere, the entire body. And that's exactly what happened. Because the plaque form, their blood pressure is going to go up. And they will go by years and continue goes up. And then on top of that, your A1C will start going up. That's mean your hemoglobin, A1C will start going up from 5.7, 5.8, up to 6.4. Once you're over 6.5, you're not the 4th stage, you are diabetes. So everybody go through this. And that's the reason why you have to so important prevent that sugar and cholesterol go up and form plaques everywhere. And I will hope everybody can achieve remission.嗱，各位朋友，我講過咧，其實咧，我哋好重要咧，我哋點解會有個人都有4部曲嘅？4部曲咧就係第一，佢啲膽固醇咧會上嚟啦，咁就damage 你嗰啲即係損壞你嘅 胰島素嘅 B cell， 咁佢唔帶啲糖入去血管個細胞裏邊啦，咁啲糖嘅喺個血管嚟走嚟走去啦，再加糖同埋個膽固醇好mix 出嚟咧，你血變咁啊 thick 變咗好結啊，咁好結咧就弊家伙啦，咁就好多片塊喺度係咁 form 上嚟咧，咁你就會開始有咩嘢啊？升血糖嘅上漲啦，咁你上漲咗血糖之後咧。嗰啲 plaque 就 form every 即係血糖同埋個 cholesterol 上漲咧，好多 plaque 就全身嘅身體每個部分都係咁慢慢塞，咁變咗嚟講咧，最後咧就好大劑啦，因為 after 咧你嘅血糖開始慢慢上去啦，咁呢個咧就係最大損壞，就係你塞晒不同地方，血壓又高啦。第二樣嘢，你血糖開始高咧，就由5.7去到6.4啦。過咗6.4咧，你嘅第二個 stage 你係啲糖尿病病者啦。嗱，個人都高出呢樣嘢，所以點解一定要俾你知道咧？咁你了解咗咧，你就有個motivation 咧，哇，鼓勵你，哇，我真係要降低血糖。如果唔係咧，塞晒嗰啲地方，第時併患症就好大啦。So how does Lowsutea work? 2 things in Lowsutea. One is the guava leaves that block sugar, actually delay the sugar entering the to delay absorption into the blood vessels. So the excess will dump. So it's almost like a blocking of the blood sugar into the vessels. Just make it easier for us to understand. Bitter manna had 2 things. One, it actually increased sensitivity of the insulin, so it carry the like a booster. Carry the act like an insulin, carry the sugar into the cells. And then the guava leaves have 2 special functions. Also, they take sugar, take cholesterol, and salt out of the urine. They don't reabsorb in the urine and dump it out. After dumped out, your sugar, cholesterol, salt come down. Then eventually your blood pressure also come down. So it's a very unique function, and that's the reason why sometimes you go to eat buffet. I eat a lot more buffet. You need to drink more tea, and when you drink more tea, drink more Lowsutea. When you drink Lowsutea, your blood sugar will definitely come down because of that function. It dumps the excess sugar out to the urine and absorb into the vessel. So net result, you will go to urinate a lot more, but it also help you to detox and get rid of the sugar, cholesterol, net result your blood sugar come down and it's better for you。嗱，各位糖友，去糖但係點解會咁咧？第一咧就佢有番石榴魚啦，番石榴咧就 block 咗啲糖進入你個血管裏邊嘅。第二樣嘢苦瓜，佢咧就好似一個胰島素 booster， 佢其實可以 increase 咗個胰島素嘅 sensitivity， 就帶翻啲糖入去個細胞裏邊，咁啲糖少咗喺血管裏邊啦。咁但係如果有嘅 excess 嘅話，佢將佢啲糖咧就由個尿同埋 cholesterol 同埋嗰啲鹽掉咗出去，咁變咗嚟講咧，糖 cholesterol 低咗，仲有鹽咧就係令到將來咧你個血壓都低埋，咁就三高都做好咗嘅。所以呢個係一個十分好嘅 natural product。所以如果你話食 buffet，我食得多啲嘅，你飲多杯茶，真係要飲多杯茶，整個新包出嚟，新茶袋出嚟，焗埋佢，飲埋佢，咁你就一定咧將你嘅糖係可以降低嘅。嗱 ，if you do not do anything, you just let it go, well, what's going to happen is go detrimental because you know why? You have a higher risk of stroke, you have cataract, you will have eventually your kidney don't function. I mean, your pancreas don't function anymore, so insulin start coming out. So you got to inject insulin. The more issue is really the heart because 40 to 60% of the diabetic patient get heart problem. The reason is not the heart problem itself, the plugging of the vessels. So it block the vessels, you have to go bypass and all the good stuff that you have to add up. So that's a major expense. And then nerve damage is another expense. Many of the diabetic cannot feel. And that is a major issue. And a lot of people have that already. A lot of customers have come back and said, I cannot feel. And that is really sad because when you injure, you cannot feel, you will get, you don't treat it, you get infected. Net result, you might end up with amputation. Now, but high blood pressure is also another issue because high blood pressure will relate to stroke and also heart disease and damage the blood vessel because all the blood vessels are blocked. Remember, plugging all the blood vessels, and that will decrease circulation to a certain area. Then it's going to be a major damage. Once you damage the vessel, cannot go back. And then you have diabetic nephropathy because of the fact that damaged kidney, you can't filtration anymore. You need end up dialysis. 70% of the patient end up will be possible dialysis. You don't have sex function. 30% of patients are no sex. The reason why no feel, nerve damage. So that will be another sad thing. And certainly if you're pregnant, have gestational diabetes, you have to watch because that will actually eventually might get up diabetic. 嗱，各位朋友，因為咧糖尿病真係好多併發症，全身都有問題嘅。所以第一你會有中風嘅風險啦，你唔記得嘢咧，呢個好 common 㗎，70% 嘅人都有唔記得嘢嗰個diabetic dementia 啊。即係唔記得嘢，失憶症咧係好大嘅。咁同埋仲有眼盲啦，好多人已經有好多呢個問題喎。仲有呢個個胰島素胰臟唔 work 啦，咁啊胰島素出唔到嚟啦。嗱，40至60% 糖尿病病者係有呢個心臟病風險，因為個原因咧塞晒嗰啲血管，心臟病嘅大血管啊，咁你要做搭橋手術啦。咁仲有咧 nerve damage 仲弊啦，因為你啲神經系統感覺唔到啊。咁其實呢個 nerve damage 好緊要喎，有肚嘅 nerve damage 啦，有腦嘅都係全身嘅 nerve damage 喎。咁譬如你撞親隻腳啦，你冇 feel 啊，咁你冇感覺，咪唔知道佢繼續 treat 佢咧，咁啊發炎咧，連腳都割埋。嗱 blood damage 好緊要，因為你全身係 block 晒所有嘅血管。咁呢個 damage 咧係一 damage 咗唔翻轉頭喎，你唔可以揾個管入去洗乾淨佢啦，冇嘅。所以如果你 damage 咗血管，你就唔可以翻轉頭噶啦。所以最好咧就係早啲。如果你係前期患病，就唔好擺入去你自己糖尿病，因為入咗去之後咧，你繼續壞就弊家伙啦。咁血壓高啦，咁你亦都有能夠你中風啦嗰啲咁嘅嘢啦。amputation 好緊要，即係呢個係割咗個腳啦，同埋咧你個腎咧亦都損壞咗咧。咁你會係要洗腎啊！咁香港75% 嘅洗腎病者都係糖尿病嘅。咁仲有咧 sexual 啦，咁仲有性功能冇咗，因為你冇感覺啊嘛，冇性功能啦。咁同埋咧，仲有咧，如果糖尿你係有隻，即係如果係懷孕嘅時候有糖尿病咧，你好翻後咧，將來你嘅糖尿病都係高嘅。咁 our company really want to make sure we hold your hand throughout your whole diabetic journey by giving you 5 programs. And our 5 programs included like drinking Lowsutea, give you idea how to do low carb diet, and also teach you how to be dieting to make sure your blood sugar continue to be low. We'll teach you about exercise, so you have 10,000 steps per day, at least 150 minutes per week of exercise. And then with weight control your weight lower than BMI 23, or listen to a doctor webinar. Every week we have a doctor or professional webinar to help you to update your diabetes. We do a lot of research for this to give you all updated news and how to measure blood sugar. And we use Ability to help you measure blood sugar. That will be very, very good. So you can have healthy blood sugar. And so we'll have to give you A1C lower than from 10 all the way to lower than 5.7. And you can see, I just measured my blood sugar is 5.7. And this is the blood sugar. I can't lie, by the way. I cannot just say, because I'm meeting with you, I make my blood sugar a little better. I can't do that because this makes sure habit. And then I do it, I measure, hey, 5.7. Look at that. So it's very good. And it doesn't even eat, it doesn't go above 8, so it's very nice. Well, and I did drink my Lowsutea. Keep that in mind. I keep my diet low carb, okay? So today, let's talk about really how can we eat our Chinese cake or dessert if you have diabetes, and how can we make our stuff diabetic friendly, okay? And that is really today our major topic. You don't have to be sufferer. You can actually enjoy your dessert, enjoy your New Year cake. And certainly, I love to make sure that you have the enjoyment of that New Year cake because that is so important. Now, as you know, cake is a very important celebration dessert for New Year, birthday, Christmas, anniversary, anything that you want to celebrate. When people say, hey, I will get you a cake. I want you to enjoy it and we celebrate together, happy. But sad thing is the pre-diabetic, a diabetic patient said, oh, I'm sorry, I can't eat this because I can't eat sweet. And cake is any kind of cakes or any sweet I cannot eat. So many of the diabetic clients tend to just deprive themselves from this enjoyment. And do you really need to do that? Not necessarily, because we will teach you how to give you some tip with some just ingredient change. Then you can actually make sure that you do not take the ingredient that has flour that get your blood sugar skyrocket, and we'll make it to change that. Then you can continue to enjoy the diabetic friendly cake and dessert. So you can also enjoy the celebration activity together with all your friends and family. Now, one of the customer asked, they said, Andrew, but I eat all these diabetic cake, it's say terrible. Well, the problem is maybe the cook on that particular incident didn't use the right audience, but the recipe will give you today and also in the future, many of these recipes, actually, I tested myself. It tastes absolutely well. And on top of that, my family also enjoy it. They're not diabetic, by the way, and they love it. So it not necessarily is after you get a diabetic recipe, it tastes terrible. It's not true. It is very enjoyable. And a lot of people say love it. We even can help you make ice cream. And we have a recipe previously making ice cream is so delicious. So you could have even diabetic friendly ice cream and cake because they're only about 5-6 carb with your 2 or 5 carb. You all together is 10 gram carb. So you still have a lot to balance to make it to 140 gram or 150 gram carb. So you can actually do it. So don't have to suffer, okay? And that's what we're trying to do. And we can help you on that. 嗱，各位堂友，嗱，好重要咧，大家生日快樂啊，新年快樂啊，或者係聖誕節啊，或者任何婚禮啊，同埋或者有咩紀念啊，咁個個都整啲餅出嚟食嘅。但係好可惜，如果你係前期患病者同埋糖尿患病者咧，就個話哇唔好意思啊，食唔到喎，因為我依家糖尿病咧，唔俾你食甜嘢啦，咁好慘嘅喎，因為你其實個個有得食，你就睇住佢冇得食 ，OK？ 咁就算喺屋企都係 same thing， 因為人食到你食唔到啊嘛。咁其實係咪真係咁咧？其實就唔係嘅，其實你係可以咧去 enjoy 下你個即係餅食啊，係可以 definitely 可以嘅。好重要，只係改咗咩咧？嗰啲 ingredient。 你食嘅嘢咧，你嘅即係蛋糕嘅東西咧，做嘅東西咧，嗰啲食材料咧，係唔係嗰啲白粉白麵粉？你係用咗譬如嗰個 almond 粉，即係杏仁粉咧，其實已經可以做到好多嘢。今日教你嗰個 cake 咧係得5 gram 嘅啫。5 gram 嘅碳水化合物，咁所以變咗嚟講咧，當你有個 low carb 嘅低 carb 嘅食物咧，咁你個血糖就唔會高噶啦。咁當然啦，你唔可以食好多啦，你食少少咧，即係芥咁咧係冇問題嘅。我其實度過好多次都 OK 噶。咁同埋咧，仲有好多糖尿病者咧就話：哇，啲嘢唔好食噶喎，唔係嘅，其實可以整好食嘅，就睇下你點煮嘅啫。咁其實我哋屋企好多我哋嘅有西人啦，有中國人咧。個都話：哇，好正喎呢個餅！咁但係咧係 low carb 嘅，咁所以面嚟講，你係可以做到，只係你係去唔去做呢樣嘢啫。OK， 嗱，可以講話傳統嘅餅食咧係點做嘅 ？So how does a typical traditional cake recipe being done? Now, the sad part is majority of cake was first have a lot of sugar. And then they have all-purpose flour, so they have eggs and frosting and butter. And many of these ingredients are basically refined carbs. In other words, refined carbs get your blood sugar will go up. So you have large amount of this sugar, purpose flour will probably send your blood sugar really, really high, which you don't want, right? So you need to focus, basically change the ingredient. Then you can have a very diabetic-friendly to make this cake. It's that simple, okay? Now, a lot of people say, can it be done? Absolutely, because I have lots of recipe already done and really works. And a lot of people actually do it too. And I actually try the recipe and actually also work. And I measure myself. I know the blood sugar doesn't go up. So you can be done. 嗱，各位朋友，好特別咧，就係好多人以為哇，食蛋糕、整蛋糕，佢啲材料係咪真係能夠令到你啲糖可以降低㗎？係好可惜咧，因為舊陣時我哋做開嘅餅食啊，同埋餅乾或者麵包啊，全部有咩啊？糖啦，有用嘅麵粉啦，仲有雞蛋啊、牛油啊，同埋糖粉啊，嗰啲全部咧都會係令到你嘅糖咧降高嘅，即係增加嘅。咁所以如果咧我哋將呢個係改變咗佢，能夠轉咗佢係其他嘅唔係呢啲咁嘅 refined carb， 即係啲白粉嘅東西咧，咁其實咧你嘅糖咧就未必會上高嘅喎，你食嘅時候。咁其實咧，我哋可以將所有呢啲咁嘅製蛋糕嘅用品咧，係食品咧係改變咗佢，轉咗佢 ingredient， 咁我哋咧就可以能夠 enjoy， 同埋咧亦都係好開心，大家一齊食呢個享受呢個節日嘅蛋糕。So you really focus. One thing is eliminating all the blood sugar spiking item to achieve the low carb cakes, right? Or dessert or bread, whatever. So you must swap the ingredient using items such as almond flour. Now, almond flour are very, very popular now because almond flour really works. It doesn't spike your blood sugar instead of refined flour. And that is something that you just need to, and I know in Hawaii, in the United States, in Canada, you can buy almond flour at Costco, very cheap. And I bought some myself. It was good almond flour in Costco, and they are very, very good. So buy some more Costco flour. Then when you make a chocolate cake, you used to use chocolate chips, but you can actually use what? Cocoa powder. Cocoa powder doesn't also spike your blood sugar. The carbs are much lower. So just cut down these two major ingredients. You already can make the cake without much of the sugar spike. It's that simple, okay? So the key is the flour and some of the sugar that you use. And later on, we'll talk about what sugar to use can help you also lower your spike of sugar, okay? 嗱，各位朋友，其實咧好簡單咧，因為你個食糖啊，即係白砂糖啊啲糖咧，整餅嘅白砂糖好多嘛，有成2-3個杯嘅白砂糖嘅喎。咁同埋加埋咧白麵粉咧，係令到你血糖一嘣一聲做高。所以其實咧， 現在嚟講做餅嗰啲咧，千祈就唔好用白砂糖同埋用呢個咩啊白麵粉。咁第一個轉咗麵粉先，麵粉咧就最好就用咩啊？轉咗佢 almond flour， 即係做咗杏仁粉，轉咗呢樣嘢咧，咁你已經係少咗好多 carbs。咁如果你係用嗰個叫做朱古力蛋糕嘅，咁我要用 chocolate chips 嘅，即係朱古力一片片嘅朱古力 chips 啦。你唔用呢個，可以用 cocoa 粉，即係用呢個朱古力粉咧。咁你就佢個可可粉咧，其實叫 cocoa 粉啦。咁呢個咧其實咧係可以兩樣嘢已經降低咗你好多 carbs 噶啦。咁當然啦。糖咧，依家我繼續講，因為糖係特別啲嘅，咁我就加到一個片係講用咩糖咧會更加好。所以其實咧，如果係淨係依兩樣咧，已經降低咗你個餅下嘅 carbs 係降得好多噶啦。咁亦都唔會令到你好快脆咧個 sugar spike。嗱，依家我再講用咩糖會好啊 ？OK。So we talk about earlier say, oh maybe you can exchange the flour, the white flour, the processed flour, make it to low carb. We use almond flour. Now, another choice actually can be good is coconut flour. Coconut flour also can help really good to just similar to almond flour. Now, almond tastes a little better because coconut flour, you're going to have a coconut taste. So if you want a cake with coconut taste, that's good because that's exactly what it is. And that is both items is very good. Now, we said it's important about sugar. So sugar is so important to have to not to use white granulated sugar. You know, the white typical processed sugar, that will bring a sugar, bring your carbs go very, very high. So you need to have a couple of things is called low carb sweetener. Now, that is a lot of things have been in here already. Erythritol, this is the product that you can buy in many cake shop already. Monk fruit is also another one. Monk fruit is practically 1 spoon is equivalent to 8 spoons of the typical white processed sugar. So your carb become much lower. Now, certainly stevia is the same thing, but stevia have a little bit taste different. So it depends on what you do in the cake. Can you use this sugar enough that or the almond flour or coconut flour, they balance it together so you don't taste the stevia taste, but definitely erythritol and monk fruit, you don't taste any of the differences. So you could have that to help you as a sugar substitute. Now, also another thing is you can also use puree fruits. And then if you puree fruits, you can actually have that, but with that, you have to blend the fruits, and that will also like the berries, for example. You blend some of the berry to use it as a sugar, can be done too, blackberry, blueberry, and so forth, okay? So you could use puree fruit as a substitute rather than use white sugar. The important thing is don't use white processed granulated sugar. That is what you want to do. 各位朋友，食做餅咧係有兩種東西啊，你真係要咧係唔愛嘅。第一個係咩啊？麵粉啊，麵粉咧白麵粉咧，你一定要唔好用。咁你用咩粉好啊？哇，杏仁粉一個 choice 啦。第二個 choice 咧，第二個選擇咧係咩㗎？就愛呢個叫做係椰子粉啦。嗱，兩樣嘢咧，如果喺依家普通嘅現在賣餅食嘅鋪頭咧，都買到㗎啦。現在喺灣仔都有賣嘅。咁所以變咗嚟講，好重要咧，就係要有依兩樣嘅即係配料啦。咁你先能夠將佢個白麵粉咧降低咗個碳水化合物咧係更加低嘅。OK， 咁第二個咧，頭先講咗啦，糖啦，糖咧嗱當然啦，麵粉有啦，依家係用咗杏仁粉或者係用咗椰子粉啦。咁糖咧就一定要買啲糖咧係要係低碳水化合物嘅，咁同埋咧又係好甜嘅喎，咁啊代替咗呢啲嘢啦。咁有咩做啊？咁其實咧有羅漢果啦，係一個好正嘅東西。其實羅漢果做餅係好好嘅。咁第二個咧就鮮糖啦，就 erythritol 啦。咁正糖酸咧係可以都買到一包包大裝嘅。咁嗰啲亦都係好甜，但係咧就 low carb 嘅。咁仲有一個咧就係叫做甜葉菊。 OK， 甜肉糕咧就係有一樣嘢咧，就係佢有個味道咧，有少即係有個蝦撻，有少味道喺度咧，要俾佢冚咗佢。如果唔係咧，佢個脷嗰度有少感覺係好特別嘅。咁呢個咧就可能你個餅嗰度咧 fruit 啊嗰啲東西係去冚咗佢咧，咁冇問題，你感覺唔到嘅。咁但係呢個咧就，所以其實羅漢果或者 erythritol 咧係可能更加令到你做個餅食係更加好食。Now, in each cake, you also have frosting. So how do you change the frosting ingredient? Now, frosting actually, you want to change the ingredient is very simple. Not very simple, I must say. You can do something about it. Instead of using a lot of sugar, but you can substitute with Greek yogurt, because Greek yogurt has, also look a little whitish color, so and doesn't have a lot of carbs. So definitely Greek yogurt can help you to make the frosting look real cool. Now, secondly, it could be mashed avocado. If you mash the avocado. Another one is vegan cream cheese. Now, vegan cream cheese, actually, you can buy it now in many supermarkets. I saw it quite a few times in Safeway, in different markets in Hong Kong. Great, they have vegan cream cheese. They all have that. So you could actually use this, and cream cheese can be very good, and the carb is also very low. And then you can also use low or no calorie sweetener like Splenda. Now, Splenda is very popular actually, and certainly you're not using it all the time. So once in a while, make a cake with Splenda is very much usable and it can be very good. You're not using daily, and so use Splenda can be good. Now, certainly you can use sugar-free powder sugar to sprinkle. That can be done, and you can buy it from Kickstop also. But really, at the whole idea making that cake is you cut down the overall carbs. No need to add sugar, so you won't be getting a very unhealthy fat in the typical frosting recipe. And that is the most important objective, okay? So you don't want to get a lot of carbs up there, so you want to make sure that the carbs are being controlled, okay? 嗱，做 frosting 嘅時候咧，即係個糖面啊，個餅咁有啲白色嘅糖面嘅，咁有幾樣嘢可以做到嘅。第一，你可以用一個希臘式嘅乳酪啦，咁亦都係白色啦，咁佢係 low carb 㗎。咁同埋咧，仲有可能夠用一個牛油果蓉啦，咁亦都可以或者用一啲叫做素奶油嘅芝士啦，呢個 cream cheese 啦，咁呢啲喺 supermarket 啦賣㗎啦。咁同埋咧，亦都可以用 Splenda 嗰個 sweetener 咧，亦都可以做到嘅。咁同埋咧，仲有咧係有呢個無糖嘅糖粉咧滲落去咧，咁亦都係得。咁所以加埋咧，其實你好處咧就降低咗所有嘅 carb 成個餅，同埋咧冇加到好多糖，同埋咧仲有一個唔係一個唔健康好多肥嘅東西。咁呢個即係呢個所謂叫 frosting 嘅糖霜嘅面咧，就可以降低好多糖嘅你食落去咯。咁變咗又係低咗個 low carb 噶啦。嗱，大致上咧，大家了解到咧，全部做嘅嘢咧都係用咗 low carb 低碳水化嘅東西嚟做。咁你糖咧做一個餅出嚟咧，都係可能5-6克或者10克嘅carbs。咁你就變咗嚟個好 enjoy， 亦都係食到嘢。So now, then the last but not least, in a cake, you also have fruits, right? So how can you add fruits in there? So instead of adding sugar, now you add fruit. Instead of adding jam, you add fruit or syrup. It's all taken away and add real fresh fruit. And net result, you actually lower your carb and also get your fiber and get your natural sugar instead of getting all the carbs goes up. So, and plus many of the fruit like blackberry, strawberry has tremendous amount of antioxidant that your cake become a much more healthier cake than what you actually started off. Okay? 嗱，各位，因為你唔加糖，咁啊話係咪要加啲 jam 落去啊，或者加啲即係果嘅syrup 啊？其實唔係，可以全部用一啲新鮮嘅生果，好似 blueberry 啦、藍莓啦、黑莓啦、草莓啦，呢啲咧全部咧係可以代替咗嘅。咁變咗代替咗之後咧，你啊更加好啦，因為咧呢啲 berries 咧係加咗好多咩啊 fibers 啊。咁 fibers 咧幫助你咧由第一 lower 低嘅第後咧同埋 lower 嚟嘅 blood sugar 啦。第二咧咁糖又好食啦，亦都代替咗糖嘅味道嚟嘅，好味又加咗好味，仲有啊好多仲有咧佢有好多 antioxidant 嘅，尤其是 berries 啊係好多 antioxidant 嘅，咁啊幫助你係更加對身體更加健康嘅。Okay, last but not least, when you eat the cake now, so when you eat the cake, you have to make sure that I know cake is very delicious and it's very good. And I have the same problem. Oh, can I have another piece? Okay, we have to control. I mean, it is hard because I ate another piece and then, wow, this is so good. I want another piece. Well, keep the portion in small size. You just have one piece. And then also, I know you want an entire piece, another cake, or eat the entire cake. Well, hold yourself. Just stick to one cake, and then you stick off the savor just to say, I have to taste how good it is. So, and you can continue to enjoy that with all your friends. Now, certainly you can save that cake for next day or a couple of days from now. It's okay. So, as long as you don't eat it at one time, you'll spike your sugar so high. So you can still enjoy the next day with the same cake with a low carb for you. Isn't that great? So that is what you need to do. 嗱，各位朋友，我知食餅咧食一嚿咧，你就話好好食喎，可唔可以食多嚿啊？嗱，當然可以，但係變你糖又上高咗喎，咁梗係唔好啦。咁咪留翻一嚿俾你聽日食咧，或者後日食都得㗎嘛，係咪？咁最緊要咧，我知啊餅係好食。因為我自己有同樣問題嘅，食咗一嚿，哇，好正啊，食多嚿啦。但係心係咁講，但係就千祈唔好俾自己真係要控制，唔好食多一嚿。咁你食到一塊，咁當然咧食咗一塊之後，你嘅血糖都唔會降到好高咧，就 OK， 就唔好俾你血糖好高之後，咁啊中咗招啦。OK， 咁呢個咧係要真係要控制嘅。咁 this is something that you can do. Keep the portion in size checks and also take one piece so you can get your taste done it. And you can satisfy yourself. Now, so very important is making a cake, I think, in low carbs ingredient. And you have to keep thinking, what can I do in my entire cake in a low carb ingredient so I can able to enjoy the entire occasion, enjoy the celebration, at the same time have a delicious cake, keep the blood sugar in good level, and enjoy with the rest of the family. And that's what I'm trying to get the message of today. So very important, continue to think of what is the low carbs ingredient can help you. And if you can't do that, man, you can enjoy any celebration with low carb cake. 嗱，各位朋友，今日咧其實最重要嘅點解做呢個 lecture 咧？因為好多人話我冇得食喎，好辛苦喎，唔係咁好喎。新年又冇咁樣冇，咁其實你可以 enjoy， 因為咧只係控制到咧係將你個餅做嘅東西全部係改咗佢係一啲係低碳水化合物嘅食品。咁你做呢個餅嘅時候咧，你就可能夠有個 low carb， 亦都係能夠 enjoy 你享受你嘅新年或者你嘅任何節目，能夠令到你咧係可以享受你嘅食嘅餅食，或者控制能夠令到你成個party 嘅氣氛，你都一齊去享受。因為呢啲餅食咧係好食，同埋 low sugar 嘅係低糖，亦都低呢個碳水化合物。咁變咗嚟講咧，你咪可以 enjoy 咯，亦都可能夠大家一齊分享咯，幾好啊，係咪？咁嗱，咁in summary 啦。So today in summary, so you have to make cake with lots of low sugar, no sugar or flour to because when you use cake, use a lot of sugar, flour, increase your blood sugar. So you gotta change that, cut the carbs out without getting the sugar and flour in there. To do that, you actually need to have almond flour, coconut flour instead of the regular refined flour. It's very simple. So you can use cocoa chips, cocoa powder instead of chocolate chips. That will be definitely help you to lower your sugar content from the chocolate chips. Also, in your frosting, you can use avocado, cocoa powder, Greek yogurt on the top of the frosting. You can do all that. Plus, you can add fruits, puree, like berries, instead of jam on fruit syrup. Now, certainly you want to use sugar, you can use low-calorie sugar sweetener like Splendid and use sugar-free powdered sugar. That can also help you. Last but not least, when you eat, you got to keep the portion size in check. You don't want to eat more. One small piece is good. You can taste it, enjoy it with the rest of the family. You will actually enjoy the entire, occasion with it. So enjoy the delicious cake. You can always keep your blood sugar low. So this is today's webinar. And at the same time, make sure you have Lowsutea there to help you to lower blood sugar. I have many friends now have been telling me, and I do it myself, I measure. If I drink Lowsutea after eating my cake, the blood sugar doesn't go up. It may in fact come down real quick, faster. But if I don't drink Lowsutea, then the blood sugar will get bang, go up, but it doesn't come down. And all my clients were saying Lowsutea really help. So if you eat a cake or so, get a fresh bag of Lowsutea, steep it, drink it, and you drink 500 to 750 ml. So net result, you definitely can able to lower your blood sugar. So net result, you don't have your blood sugar continue to stay high at a long period of time. That is the most important. So drink Lowsutea when after eating the cake. 各位朋友，嗱，做個餅咧，有兩個東西係好差嘅對你。第一，糖同埋白麵粉。當你有白麵粉嘅時候咧，你個糖咧會 go up to skyrocketing， 即係食一個會變咗10幾嘅blood sugar， 梗係唔正啦。咁點能夠降低呢啲咁嘅blood sugar 咧？第一，要將佢麵粉咧改咗杏仁粉；第二，或者用 coconut 粉，即係椰子粉啦，兩個都得嘅。咁兩個都好嘅，椰子粉咧就有椰子味多啲，杏仁粉就冇乜咩味嘅，咁啊可以做出嚟好正。咁然之後，如果你朱古力餅咧，然之後 chocolate chips 咧，即係個真係朱古力嚟做咧，你可以用 coconut 粉咧，咁亦都係降低咗個碳水化合物。第三，如果你個即係個餅嘅上面嗰啲裝飾啊嗰啲咧，如果你用好似希臘嘅 yogurt 或者係用咗 cocoa powder 啊，或者用 avocado mix 啊，咁你就變咗咧能夠令到啲糖咧嗰個碳水化合物又降低咯，因為呢啲係全部低啲嘅碳水化合物嚟嘅。咁仲咧唔好加糖，係加 fruit 加果。就唔好加果 jam 啊，唔好加syrup 啊、糖漿啊，唔可以加呢啲。唔可以呢啲咧，你就將佢糖咧又更加降低。你用咗一個fruit 嚟做個糖，真正 fruit 啊 fresh fruit 啊，講即係 berry 啊、strawberry 啊、blackberry 啊，呢全部做得都 OK 嘅。咁當然啦，如果真係要糖咧，係咪可以用啲代糖咧？好似 Splendid 代糖咧做咧，都可以嘅。因為你唔係成日食噶嘛，你只係間中整個餅出嚟做啦。咁你亦都可以做呢樣嘢喎。咁做啦，係咪可以做個當你做咗個餅出嚟之後咧，咁你可能要滲啲糖粉落去啦，咁啊唔愛啲真係冇糖嘅糖粉咧，即係 low calorie 啊 low sugar 嘅糖粉咧係有得賣嘅。咁同埋咧仲有咧，即係要滲落去嘅時候呢叫 sugar free powder sugar， 即係無糖嘅糖霜，咁你就可以滲呢樣嘅。咁仲有咧就如果要食嘅時候咧，就食個 portion 細細地啦，唔好食咁多啦。咁同埋咧，仲係 enjoy 你個 occasion 啦，唔好諗住冇得食啊，就好慘啊！咁大家一齊開心，大家一齊享受，哇幾正啊！咁啊真係恭祝你啊，大家新年快樂，身體健康，能夠係大家一齊享用呢個享受人生，with 呢個 low sugar、low carbs 嘅 cake， 哇幾開心啊！嗱，咁我今日咧講到呢度咧，就一定咧。就俾一個 recipe 你，呢個就係一個叫做 strawberry 嘅 almond cake 係5 gram carb 嘅，係草莓杏仁餅蛋糕啊，係5 gram carb， 咁啊俾你試下。咁你而家影張相先，呢個係你個 recipe 嚟嘅。So today I'm going to give you a actual recipe, really works. That give you only 5 gram carb. Is very delicious. This is an almond cake, only 5 gram carbs. You can make it yourself. Matter of fact, less than half an hour, you can make this cake. It's so simple. And I would suggest, can you take a picture of the, ingredient and instruction how to make it first. Take a picture right now. I'll give you a couple of minutes, take a picture. Then we'll show you how that actually being done. Very good, delicious cake. And is I tested several times already. I made it for my family to enjoy, and they really enjoy it. They said, wow, this is really good. It's moist, it's delicious, and you can taste the sweet strawberry in there, but the carb is 5 grams. So you can have a cake that can enjoy. You can put candles on it, no problem. You can do a little decoration with it. It's also very good. So this is an excellent cake to enjoy. Take a picture right now, and then I will go move on next slide. Okay. All right. So I'm sure you guys already take a picture. 影一張相，咁我哋咧就可以去下一步咧教你點做。影一張相嚇，唔該晒。Okay. Now I'm going to do the almond cake for you to take a look and enjoy the making of almond cake. Okay. Hi, I'm Andrew Lowsutea, president. Hey, thank you very much for continuing to enjoy the cooking recipe. You know what? A lot of my cooking, my diabetic friends and pre-diabetic friends were saying that our cooking was wonderful because one is low carb, two is a lot of things they said, well, Andrew, you really give up life with Lowsutea. Plus, now you have breakfast, which is so good, the 2 gram carbs, the 90-second bread. And on top of that, you have now waffle, you have pizza snack, and also dinner. But I need some more dessert. Okay, no problem. Now, this time I'm going to give you strawberry almond cake dessert. It's only 5 gram carbs. So we'll make sure that you have something you have really to enjoy and easy to make. So all my recipe is always easy to make. 各位朋友，我係 Andrew Lowsutea president， 你好。嗱，好多朋友就話俾你聽，喂，你已經整咗好正啊，早餐俾你啦，有2克嘅杏仁麵包，又有90個秒鐘嘅8 gram 嘅麵包，又好食又容易做，咁又有 waffle pancake， 仲有 snack pizza， 哇，好正！哇，呢個係 actually good 嘅。咁佢係仲話，喂，其實你而家俾一個好禮物，人生一生禮物有去糖茶，幫助你降低血糖，仲有擺好多正嘅 recipe， 等我更加享受人生生活。咁 absolutely right， 呢個係我希望我最重要 mission， 能夠你開心，降低血糖，冇 spiking blood sugar， 身體健康 ，lower 你嘅 cholesterol， 同埋仲有繼續享受人生啊 ！OK，so we are going to do it today。呢個叫strawberry 嘅杏仁蛋糕嚇，呢個 strawberry 杏仁蛋糕好容易做嘅啫。咁我哋而家開始做啦。So we're going to make this. The ingredients are very simple. We have basically 2 cups of almond flour, and then we have 1 teaspoon of the baking powder, which will come here. I'll mix it all together later on. And then after this, you have 1 tablespoon of coconut oil right here, and then 1 cup of erythritol. This is erythritol, and then 1 cup of strawberry slice. We have it here. And then we have a total of 4 eggs, which is right here. So all you gotta do is first, I just put this over here, mix it all together, and then we'll mix this real good. So you just make the baking powder and the almond all real well. Just make it real well in here. So I make this bowl. Okay, now pretty much mix in here. Okay, I'm going to stop
now the next step we're going to do is I'm going to put my eggs in here. Put my eggs. Okay. And then I'm going to put my, there's a coconut, this is coconut oil, 2 tablespoons coconut oil. So this is coconut oil, put it here. You go, okay. And then we have the almond extract. This is vanilla extract. This is vanilla extract. So we have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract we put in here, okay? And then we're gonna put also the half a cup of erythritol. This is erythritol, half a cup, okay? So put inside here. And then suddenly we have the half a cup of strawberry. We'll do it later, but we'll mix this first, okay? So I'm gonna mix it right here. So I'm gonna do this and mix it until it's really smooth, okay? So we'll do that now. Mix it about 2 minutes, we'll do 2 minutes. So good. Okay, looks pretty good. Sound nice and mix. Cái này hữu dụng gì là trang所以雞蛋啊、vanilla 啊、同埋呢個vanilla extract 啊、erythritol 啊，同埋個雞蛋同埋 coconut oil mix together 就得㗎啦。咁大概打爛佢，大概2分鐘。如果你冇呢隻嘢咧，揾手做都得，但係可能要大概4分鐘 mix 啊。咁我揾嘅就易啲啦。咁啊。做埋晒都做到能夠令到佢係即係勻勻稱稱啊，咁 OK 㗎啦 ，OK。最緊要做到佢咧，好似好 glossy 咁啊，即係好似滑滑地咁 OK 㗎。咁我而家停咗佢差唔多啦。阿先仲有冇啲啊？我做睇呢啲。OK， 咁啊，再 mix 晒多啲，大概2分鐘就差唔多，2分鐘時間啦。咁都差唔多啦，依家就 OK。咁啊拎起咗，放呢度先。OK。咁我依家咧就要將呢啲嘢放埋一齊，落晒呢一度。OK。咁啊 mix 晒先。咁我再 mix 埋呢個先啦 ，mix 多啲。咁然後咧就依家倒落去啦，成嚿倒落去。mix 咗呢度之後咧，咁啦，我咧就 mix 啦，咁然後咧就再擺翻呢個落，呢個落去，咁啊搞啦，呢個嘢再搞 ，OK， 嗱依家再落去搞咯喎。好容易 mix 晒就咁 mix 得法。OK， 嗱咁做完晒之後咧，咁我而家咧就可以將呢啲 strawberry 咧慢慢倒過一個落去，咁然後咧就揾個羹慢慢擺落去，咁然後一個羹擺落去得㗎啦。嗱我而家熄咗相機先，然後應該。So we'll turn on the camera and we'll mix this together, and then after we'll pour inside the cup. Let's turn the camera right now. Okay, I'm back. Now I'm gonna get this thing to mix inside the, make the strawberry. 呢個士多啤梨嚇，咁擺落去咧就一路咁撈勻佢，揾手撈勻佢，知好容易啊，撈完晒。
撈到勻勻咗 ，make sure 撈勻佢，咁咧就可以擺落個罐嗰度。OK， so we'll do that。OK， 嗱，呢個好容易睇到。OK， 嗱，咁一撈勻晒啦，差唔多。咁我依家咧就將佢咧放落呢個盤度咯。咁咧，依家就將個盤咧就整到佢平晒佢，有呢個 cake。OK，just flatten it out and it's all ready to go。好容易嘅啫。OK。OK， 睇到就晒落嚟呢個。OK，now 咁我就擺喺個焗爐度咧。So we put in a oven, and the oven will be total of either 160 degrees C or 320 degrees Fahrenheit. So we'll put an oven 160 degrees C, 320 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes or 27 minutes. So let's do that. 嗱，擺落去160度C 或者係320度 Fahrenheit。咁咧就焗25至27分鐘。咁呢間件，Hi, I'm Angela. I'm back. And you know what? I would just go ding, and then things are ready to cook. 我個餅啱啱叮一聲，個焗爐咧就啱啱搞掂咗啦。咁咧嗱，其實咧焗咧可能你睇你咩焗爐啊，因為有時啲焗爐咧有啲係多時間長啲，有啲時間係有即係唔同嘅，咁要少少睇睇。嗱，呢個係咁靚嘅 cake， 大家幾靚？大佬好靚啊 ！OK， 咁我而家咧就試下好唔好食先。咁首先咧，我哋要開咗呢個 cake 嘅蛋糕嘅蓋啦，咁然後就整咗出嚟啦。OK， 咁我整呢個先。OK， 呢度喺度先。OK， 咁然後就擺翻喺度。嗱，咁我而家嚟試下咯。You know this is how it look like. OK， 睇到好靚仔啊。OK， it's so looking good. Okay, so I will cut a little bit here and a little bit here. And just now I already tried a little bit. And that's how it look like. You see how nice? Really good. 嗱，個餅好靚仔啊！你睇下裏邊有啲士多啤梨，又有啲睇唔到啊？好靚好靚。咁我就試下佢啦。Okay, let's take a look. Okay, you can take a look. 個餅就咁樣睇嘅，睇到啦 ？Very nice， 好香啊 ！Very very fragrant， 好香 ，very nice。Really nice fragrance. So let's take a look, see how it tastes. Very very fragrant, delicious. Very good. It is very moist. It is very strawberry almond taste. As a really nice cake. Actually, it's light. It's not heavy. It's not too sweet. And it's okay. Very nice taste. 嗰個餅咧係十分好食。你見到有啲士多啤梨喺埋度啊，已經睇下。咁咧就係好香。好滑，同埋一啲都唔乾，同埋仲有一樣嘢咧，佢好特別咧，就係有好香嘅士多啤梨啊，同埋杏仁嘅味道。呢件事係
And I will try one more time. Very nice. I must say this is going to be a wonderful dessert. Low carb and enjoy. This is Angela signing off. I'll see you next week.
Okay, I hope you guys can maybe try the cake and for the New Year's, and hope you can enjoy the dessert together with your family. And that's what we're trying to do. 各位同學，希望你用咗個 strawberry cake 5 gram carb 嘅，係能夠享受下新年嘅氣氛啦，做個餅出嚟，大家 enjoy。尤其是而家你外唔可以出去街食嘢咧，呢個係更加好啦。5 gram carb 個 portion 咧，你問下個 size portion 就咁多5 gram 即係1卡啦，咁佢應該8卡嘅。So that's why. So the cake when you cut in 8, so 5 grams is about that much, for your enjoyment. Okay. So Eugene asked that question. It's very good. Now, Eugene asked another question. Is that how long Lowsutea effective in the body? Okay. Now, Lowsutea is really unique. You have to drink at least 250 ml ahead of time, so you can coat your stomach. So when you eat the food, it doesn't absorb the sugar. The guava will not allow the sugar absorb into the gut and then gut vessels. So net result, you are blocking some of the sugar into the gut. Then at the same time as eating, you also need to start drinking Lowsutea with your meal together, rather another 250 ml. That will help you to bring the sugar, increase the insulin sensitivity, and will help you to get the sugar into the cells. And on top of that, will dump sugar out of the urine and cholesterol and so forth. So all that effect is about 2 to 3 hours. That's about it, about 2 to 3 hours. It doesn't linger on. After you finish, it done its job. And then you have to drink it out. That's why you have to drink 6 to 8 cups a day to help you, to give you the entire process to continue to lower your blood sugar. And so the effective is about 2 to 2.5 hours. So the first, when you eat breakfast, by the time finish, if it's 8 o'clock, 9, 10, 11, and you're now going to eat lunch, so you need another cup to give you because that's 3 hours effective. So net result, you will continue to almost like 3 hours in order to do that. So that's the reason why if you go to eat a big buffet lunch, you got to have another cup of another bag of Lowsutea, give you a little more concentration to drink through, so you lower your blood sugar. So that the reason why the third bag will be used if you are actually eat a big buffet. But normally, yeah, you can do morning time you drink 2 cups already with your from your 1 liter or 8.4 ounce of cups, and then total is 34 ounces for you. So the second round is going to be your next one is after breakfast, so you have drank 2 cups already, and the third is your lunch, that cups before, and then after 1 cup afterwards. So that is the usual case for you, about 3 hours effective to lower your blood sugar. And if so let me speak Chinese on that one. 各位朋友，有個問題問咧，其實Lowsutea去糖茶喺身體裏邊個功效有幾耐咧？其實個時間咧係between 2個半至3個鐘頭嘅。因為咧，當你飲咗去糖茶第一杯嘅時候咧，即係大概係250毫升啦。嗰杯咧係幫你嗰啲血糖咧，幫你糖唔會入去個大腸嘅血管裏邊。咁因為點解咧？佢 delay 咗 absorption， 唔 absorb 佢就掉咗喺個糞面掉咗出嚟啦。咁所以變咗咧 delay 咗 absorption 即係好似 block 咗入去咁啦。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，呢個咧係第一站去做，所以你未食之前咧，你要飲咗去糖茶先1杯。但係食嘢嗰陣時又繼續飲咯喎。咁嗰陣時咧，嗰啲去糖茶咧係幫助你係將個胰島素咧 增加咗佢個 sensitivity， 佢個感應性，咁就將啲糖咧帶翻佢入去個細胞裏邊，咁你糖咪有更加多入去細胞，咁你有 energy 啦。咁同埋咧，當你係有 excess 糖出嚟咧，佢又唔喺個尿嗰度咧去 absorb 嗰啲糖，佢就掉咗出去，糖、膽固醇同埋啲鹽都掉埋出去。咁你三樣咧都會降低，因為糖降低咧，膽固醇降低，鹽降低咗，你血壓就 eventually 降低㗎啦。咁三樣嘢都好正 ，OK？ 咁 basically 就係咁嘅。嗱，當然如果你去食大嘅 buffet，咁我食大 buffet 食好多糖喎，食好多睇咩？咁可能你係需要多一啲嘅去糖茶咧，幫你降低血糖嘅。咁啊嗰陣時咧，最好咧喺晏晝咧飲多一包。咁你變咗能夠去 concentrate 咧，咁佢更加多 effect 咧，幫你好快糖降低，就唔會將你成日咧嗰個食晏晝咧3、4、5個鐘頭啊，啲糖都係好高嘅，咁就唔會啦。咁我諗你就最重要係將呢個咧係做咗咧，咁你啲糖就會降低啦。嗱，呢個係一個係100%嘅 natural 產品，所以飲多啲係唔怕嘅，亦都可以幫助你係繼續降低血糖。So if you drink little extra Lowsutea, would it hurt you? No, it won't. You will just continue to lower your blood sugar, maintain a better blood sugar level for you. So you can drink one more bag, is no issue for you actually. Now, second question, if I drink Lowsutea, how much should I drink to maximize benefit? Now, as a whole, we tested all that. The 2 bags of Lowsutea, meaning that you drink 1 bag with 4 cups, that is your first, actually a fairly good benefit already, and should be giving you the maximum benefit. But when you have additional dieting by eating a lot more dessert or sweet, that will be a different story because you're adding more carbs in there. Now you need a little more help. Then you need to have 1 bag of additional sugar to help you lower that additional extra load of carb that you ingested because of diet of buffet. Then that will help you to lower your blood sugar much faster. And if normally is 2 bags of tea, 1 in the morning for lunch and breakfast and lunch, 1 for the dinner, and also 2 cups after dinner, that should be sufficient. But if you have drinking a lot, yes, then you need more by adding the additional bag during lunchtime and drink throughout the lunch and maybe after lunch. So I hope that will answer your question, Eugene. 各位朋友有個 question 咧就問，喂，其實飲幾多嘅去糖茶係最好咧？嗱，我哋所有嘅 study 咧，你每日飲2包咧。1包朝頭早係 for 你早餐2杯，晏晝餐2杯，咁就已經降低到你血糖㗎啦。亦都夜晚咧，亦都係飲你嗰2杯1杯 before 食飯前，1杯食飯後，同埋1杯食飯食有少少嘅甜品啊或者咩啦，休息嘅時間，然後1個鐘頭臨瞓前又飲埋嗰杯，即係4杯咧，咁其實就好夠㗎啦，已經夠㗎啦。咁但係當然啦，如果你食多咗嘢 ，for example 我要去食咗一個大嘅 buffet， 咁你梗係要多啲糖去糖茶咧，去降翻低你糖。你唔想去成個晏晝都好高嘅，咁你嗰陣時咧晏晝咧就真係飲多包啦。咁飲多包都係用一個1公升嘅水嚟做啦，咁你就變咗係飲多咗茶嘅。咁但係咧，你個血糖一定會降得快好多，同埋咧唔會整到咁高。So very important, as I mentioned, if your diet has changed, meaning normally you drink 2 bags of tea with 2 in the morning, 2 afternoon, and 2 evening, and after dinner 2 more cups, that should be sufficient. However, if you eat a lot more because I have a big buffet, I have a big dinner, then yes, you need to have a little bit extra Lowsutea. That means that in the lunchtime, you get to drink 1 more bag of Lowsutea, concentrate, or your dinner, you can make 1 more bag of Lowsutea to make sure that you have very lot more tea to drink to ensure your blood sugar continue to drop down. I hope I answered your question. And you drink a little more Lowsutea is not going to be an issue for you because Lowsutea is not drugged. It is a natural food supplement product help you lower blood sugar. And I do that all the time. If I go to a big buffet, big lunch, I will drink a little more Lowsutea. So anyway, I hope I answered all your questions. Thanks to Jean. You always have very good question for all of us. And I'm so happy to have you to join us. 各位同學，多謝 Eugene 成日俾好多好嘅問題俾我哋嘅。So I thank you again. I wish you everybody a healthy, happy New Year. And now next week on the 5th, February 5th, there will be no webinar because of Chinese New Year holiday. So our next webinar will be on February the 12th, Saturday the following. So I appreciate you folks. I wish you everybody a happy New Year, healthy, lower your blood sugar, and continue to enjoy Lowsutea with your low carb cake dessert. And enjoy the occasion and happy New Year. Take care. Enjoy. Bye-bye.